Hey, we are back for part two. Yeah. Okay, you know, it's gonna be a long video, so we're gonna have to get into the Tommy Sotomayor's point of view, and yeah, I don't think he's gonna keep it piffy. We're gonna have to gotta watch probably an hour or so of it. Um, I'll see what's going on. If I have to scroll through something, I'll let you guys know. But I'm gonna make sure that I don't take him out of context or take Anton Daniels' rebuttal or anything out of context either. So, let me bring him onto the screen, and then let's just go at it. I could have downloaded the actual file to make it be a little quicker and everything like that, but you know, that's dead. Let's work it out. Let's just work it out. Okay. Um, let's get started.
So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get into what the show is about, which is apparently this fat ass Portuguese Negro decided that the best thing for him to do, since I don't want to talk to him anymore, is to go and try to start beef because I apparently have declared war, as my man said on Talladega Night. This is war.
And he's talking about fatty. And I don't know why so many of these guys are like hacky. I don't know.
On Anton Daniels. So let's listen to this, and then you'll get my side.
This didn't start on the smoke show. It started with this didn't start on the smoke show. It started with Tommy Sotomayor calling.
Okay, y'all tell me if y'all can hear that, because I don't know if y'all can hear that. It said, this didn't start on the smoke show. It started with Tommy Sotomayor. He done did. They put in a lot of effort to have a few people watch them, but I'm not mad at them. You got to start somewhere. They put in a lot of effort.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm starting off low, and I thank you guys for watching me. And I see that I got a subscriber. I better be happy about that. Thank you for coming on. I would like to, build upon what I'm doing, so I'll kind of reach out and like my subscribers also. But thanks. Hit the like button, follow, support what we're doing here, and trust me, I'm gonna bring the heat, and I'll be expanding on this as I go forward and everything like that. So look, we all gotta start somewhere, and I thank you guys for joining me on this commentary on Anton Daniels and Tommy Sotomayor.
So y'all let me know if y'all can hear that, and I'll keep playing it.
Anton Daniels.
Does it sound good? Everything sound good so far?
Yeah, we got you, man.
You say it's too low. That's what I want to
It
make
is
sure.
it is a little low.
I be listening. I be learning. I be trying to understand.
It's hard to sit here.
Yeah. So I guess the only way I can make it work would probably be to do this. Let's see. Audio.
So it looks like Tommy did a show about Anton did a show about commentating on what Tommy said about him, and then Anton went on Fatty's show. Fatty had a question to Anton about Tommy, and Tommy reacted to that interaction that they had, and that led to the video that I showed in part one, where Anton was responding to this video. Okay.
I don't like this. Something wrong, and I don't want to. So let me try this. Tell me if this sounds better.
Negroes trying to act like me.
Nope.
Yeah, he's got to have a little bit more control of his audio panel. And I don't know if he has a switchboard or he's kind of doing it from StreamYard or, I'm kind of doing mine. So sometimes I use StreamYard, but most of the time I use Wirecast. So, and trust me, I'm a do the better mix on this mic after I do this show. I won't go on air again because I do see some muffling on this mic. This mic is really great. And then also I'm hearing in my noise gate and my actual compressor, I am hearing a sharp micro cuts to my voice too, so it's not as fluid and open to my breathing and my communication as it should be. But see, Tommy's doing such a ridiculous job as a podcaster. He's got that microphone that he has is about, if I'm not mistaken, it's about $4,000. That microphone, so he's ridiculous, and he should know how to do this stuff already. And I gotta get I'm getting a new chair soon, and I'll be doing a little upgrade. Let me get back to them, see what he's talking about.
I'm talking now. Can y'all hear me talking right now?
Yeah, but you're low, buddy.
Speaking, y'all can hear me, yes?
You're low, but he can't hear me, so I'm just filling in the gaps while he's doing whatever he's doing. Maybe we'll skip through some of this,
Okay,
that's better.
let me see if this works.
His talking points.
Yeah, that's
pretending
good.
he didn't
That's
even know
good.
who he.
Did y'all hear that?
See, he's doing commentary on somebody else's commentary on the video. So somebody else doing a reaction video to the video that he's reacting to. And I hate, and they know how to use YouTube for their best interest. So for me, I'm kind of, because I'm a filmmaker, I do hate how people be talking and doing their stupid graphics and all that stuff and everything like that. And I like to just have clean conversations, and if I stop something, I'll stop it where it's good to talk about it and bring it back in. So, but maybe I need to go a little bit more towards this hacky hip hop way of doing things.
Did y'all hear that talking? Did y'all hear the video? So the video's too low?
No, it's not. Video up. He's talking to
my mic is lower than the video. My mic don't sound that nice.
My
mic don't sound that nice.
See, this is the problem with Tommy Sotomayor. He doesn't have a mixer or a reader that he can see his voice and his peaking of his dialogue. Like, why are you not looking at this? I'm looking at 3 panels on my system that shows me if I'm getting clear volume, if I'm getting volume that's communicating to the final mix, to the live output. I'm looking at it from my platform, and I'm kind of using some real high-end software to kind of do all this. Everybody else, they kind of use Ecamm or StreamYard or something like that. But no matter what, even in that, you should be able to see the peaking of the meter, your audio meter. So I don't understand why he's turning up stuff and he don't even know that he's too loud or it's too low. So look at the meter reader. Go get your meter reader to all the inputs and the audio and things that you're using. It's there. I don't care what platform you're using, what software you're using. It's very much there.
What about now? What about now?
Wow,
is my mic
man.
better? Does it sound a little better? I fixed it. Okay, let's go from there. Then, people, both perfect. Okay, let's see if we got what we got. All right, let's start back over at the beginning.
This didn't start on the smoke show. It started with Tommy Sotomayor calling out Anton Daniels publicly.
It's hard to sit here and watch Negroes trying to act like me.
Tommy accused Anton of copying his style, stealing his talking points, and pretending he didn't even know who he was.
I done sit up and watch this man steal motion. from me than a hair-hatted hooligan running up out of a hair store trying to get bags and bags and bags of that brand new yak.
So when Anton finally pulled up to Fatty's smoke show, the question wasn't whether there was smoke. It was whether Anton even believed there was a problem.
What are you doing for Christmas? Are you celebrating Christmas?
Yes, absolutely.
Instead of matching Tommy's energy, Anton took a different approach, framing it as strategy, not beef visibility, not personal.
I don't know. Why does he have smoke? That's the part that I'm trying to understand. Like, what is it that he don't like? What is the smoke?
You act like you don't know who I am. Pretend you don't know how to say my name because you like clout chasing other people. Your clout farm.
Untouchable empire. Yeah,
First off,
he's a little messy.
that part where I said you act like you don't know my name, pretend I.
Join ICE with bonuses up to $50,000.
Sorry about these stupid commercials.
Join.ice.gov.
I wasn't talking about him. He didn't do it. Did y'all see what this fat son of a bitch does? But let's keep playing it. I'm sitting up here looking at it, y'all. That's why y'all see how I'm looking at it. I am completely surprised at this shit.
How you doing, man?
Chilling, man. I just came through to say what up. And, just let you know I still be watching and I'm still around.
Hey, Anton, starting on Monday, we are going to buy your old
Okay.
politics show 2 hours before you go live and try to do 1,000 videos reacting per day. Hey, shout out to the Patreon. Like that video that you did about this is how I do things, this is how I go about. Hey, man, that actually helps a lot. So, hey, shout out to you. We're going to try to recreate it. If we fail, we're not good enough. It is what it is.
What's going on? What else is new?
I don't trust niggas that don't pronounce their H's. Go ahead.
What are you doing for Christmas? Are you celebrating Christmas?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, I have a family Christmas dinner kind of tomorrow, and then I'll go with that. What about you, Anton? Like, what's new now that you are famous and you don't talk with the poor people anymore?
I don't look at myself as famous. I'm still the same.
That's crazy. When are we going to get Fight Club Anton again? I'm still trying. Hey, Anton, I'm watching your shows, and I'm like, there's no way this is the same person.
How? What do you mean?
It looked like you got cloned. We saw a little bit of it with the CNN dude. You kind of like get back to that mode a little bit, but it never full blown. I kick you on the TD, Anton. That's crazy.
Because I mean, you evolve. You know what I'm saying? You go through different things in your life. You get better.
You say it's too low.
No.
Are y'all having a hard time hearing them?
No, Jesus, man. Can you look and see so you won't have to?
You know what? To be honest with you, it has nothing to do with numbers or anything like that. I'm just not in that space right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like, I'm just chilling.
Okay, it's always somebody I've never seen before coming in and talking about complaining. I've never seen that person's name before in my life. Hit the Rumble rant, sir. Buy me a drink. It's Christmas. Buy me a drink. Mary Fight Club says Blue the one. Yes, Fight Club is 90% off right now. I remember an episode of the Lapeef Network where as soon as you popped up or started talking, coincidentally, Anton had to leave. Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I was happy then, but I don't have a reason to. It's kind of like in a debate, right? Like, I don't necessarily care to debate.
Ian said, sent me $10 and said, this was on Cash App.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cut through a lot of him kind of.
Now listen to what he just said. Now, for the y'all who don't know, the only video I did on Anton was a simple video. It was when he was trying to call out Mark Lamont Hill. Who remembers that video? That's all it was. He was trying to call out Mark Lamont Hill, and in that video, he talked about how he debate anybody and people be they're scared to talk to him. And I said, hold on a minute, sir. You scared to talk to me.
I don't really feel like there's anything to debate about.
So he said he don't want to debate, and he don't feel like it's anything to debate about. Then why did he make that video to Mark Lamont Hill saying Mark Lamont Hill won't debate him?
Like
Sure.
I prefer to have conversations and debates. Because
Yes,
I don't
'cause you-
understand why people be angry. Now I understand passion, right? If you're passionate about a specific subject, it's cool. But I don't understand why people are angry at certain things anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Because you won. Most, like, you know what I actually think it is a lot of times? People have a bad day and they can pay their bills, or their woman is nagging them and all this, and they come on the internet to actually blow their shit up. 100%. I don't believe, like, when a man are getting a bunch of money and their woman is acting well and the family is good, the amount of vitriol that the people come up, like, you won. That's all. Like, when we met Anton was on the road. Anton finally won. So it's kind of, when I say go back to Anton Fight Club, I'm to kind of provoke you, because it's fun. Like, it's fun to see Anton Fight Club, but I understand exactly what it is. You know
Like,
that
I see
it makes no
people
sense.
still send me like the shots that people take and stuff like that. I don't.
You should address that. You should address what particular one. But I'm going
Like,
to.
okay, what do you want me to address? What questions do you have?
I want. You're not going to talk about it. The Tommy saying that you bite his style when his OnlyFans. You literally.
I seen a live stream that you did.
When Tommy says that you're biting his style, when he has OnlyFans, let me make this perfectly clear, fatty. No matter how much you try to diss me, I was your number one guest, and you love asking me to please come back to your show, knowing I had OnlyFans. That is crazy. But it's what makes you feel good, fat ass.
Even then, it makes no sense. I don't think it makes sense.
I don't know. Why does he have smoke? That's the part that I'm trying to understand. Like, what is it that he don't like? What is the smoking?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, honest to God, real talk.
You're not on Rumble?
Because I'm not on Rumble?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So mind you, why would Anton go to him and say, what is Tommy's beef with me? And then he says,
well, he's not going to him asking what's your beef with him. He asked to comment about you and your beef, or you calling him out for not like engaging or something, or you didn't want to debate or some stuff like that. So he's kind of saying, what is Anton saying? What is your beef? You know what I mean? So it's not like he's gonna come to your platform that say, "Hey man, what's your beef with me?" Is I was like, when we just got through watching, you're gonna mess up the bag for Tommy. Tommy he don't want to mess around with you on his platform, or I don't even know why he don't come to your platform, but maybe obviously if you look at their history, if you look at him avoiding Tommy, is because he feels like he loses money messing around with Tommy. So he don't even want to start the interaction. And obviously he's a value. Anton Daniels is a value. So he don't even want to, he feels like he doesn't even want to give him strength or financial backing coming to a platform with him on it to interact with him, because that's like giving him something that can go viral, that can make money, that Tommy can make money off of. But by responding to him and the message that he did today, we're not even watching that episode yet. This is something that happened on Christmas. So we're responding to this video, and obviously it's going viral if I'm doing a video about it and I'm saying, hey, I got to stop and do the video on these guys interacting with each other. But look, let me shut up and let's go through this.
Tommy's beef with you is because you're not on Rumble. I want y'all to just think of how childish that fat son of a bitch would be to even say that to another man, but another man will go ask you what is this other guy's beef with me, and then you say it's because you're not on Rumble. Because again, he thinks poking at me will somehow do what? I don't know. Sir, the fact that I'm on Rumble, I'm still bigger than you, fatty. Fatty, no matter what it is you say, I'm more known than you. So on Rumble and on OnlyFans, I'm still more known than you.
What does that mean? Is money in visibility. You know that Yu-Gi-Oh meme? It shouldn't be me. He had that problem with Kevin Samuels, and now he's having this problem with you because, once again, it shouldn't be him.
Now, again, I put that one video on my Twitter and my Instagram. What the hell would make Fatty then take that video and then go tell somebody else I got beef with them and declared war with them?
I mean,
how does that make any sense? Remember, I'm on Rumble.
Okay, we're gonna come back to. Excuse me, we're gonna come back to this, but I'm gonna go back to that video that he's referencing, and I think he was saying some crazy stuff on there. What didn't he? Let me go to it. Tommy was saying some wild stuff on there. Then we go back to it, and right here.
Be listening, I be learning, I be trying to understand.
It's hard to sit here.
Yeah.
It's right here. I think he's going through his audio situation.
What is the smoke?
You act like you don't know who I am. Pretend you don't know how to say my name. Because you like clout chasing other people. Your clout farm.
Yeah, I gotta find
First off,
I gotta find that clip that he used. Told him that you act like you don't know who I am. You act like you whatever he was saying. And said called him a farm chaser. So that's really aggressive. But let's go back to where we left off at.
Been me. It should have been me, dummy.
Trying to rewind.
On Rumble?
Yes.
What do you mean?
So mind you,
Yeah.
why would bigger than you, fatty? Fatty, no matter what it is you say, I'm more known than you. So on Rumble,
More commercials. Sorry
For
about
anyone
this,
who's been
guys.
told they just need stronger
Stupid
glasses,
stuff.
hold on.
Thousands of people are improving their sight.
and on OnlyFans, I'm still more known than you.
What does that mean?
Is money in visibility. You know that Yu-Gi-Oh meme? It shouldn't be me. He had that problem with Kevin Samuels, and now he's having this problem with you because, once again, it shouldn't be him.
Now, again, I put that one video on my Twitter and my Instagram. What the hell would make Fatty then take that video and then go tell somebody else I got beef with them and declared war with them? How does that make any sense? Remember, I'm on Rumble. Then how did you see it? I'm on Rumble. How did you see it? A video that was, I think, 3 minutes long, and the first minute and a half of it, was Anton Daniels talking. He had a problem with Kevin Samuels, but when I was on your show, you know what you didn't say? Any of that. None of that. But it's okay.
I know him.
Hold on a second. What did he just say?
Why does he have smoke? That's the part that I'm trying to understand. Like, what is it that he don't like? What is the smoke?
All he had to do was play the video and he would have heard it.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah, honest to God, real talk.
Anytime somebody say you want me to be honest, they're going to lie. Anytime somebody says you want me to be honest, because what does that mean? Why would you ask me a question and then want me to lie?
You're not on Rumble?
Because I'm not on Rumble?
Yes.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I said he's a user, and when he can't use you, he gets mad. Yep.
He's money in visibility. You know that Yu-Gi-Oh meme? He shouldn't be me. He had that problem with Kevin Samuels. And now he's...
That's why he fucking up English. It shouldn't be me. It should have been me. It should have been me, dummy.
Yeah, and I
still don't understand this.
Yeah, that's why for me, it's just like people like Fatty and all that stuff. They got such a hell of a following. Well, at least not a hell of a following, but more than what I'm doing. You know, so hopefully we rewrite that ship right. You know what I mean? And I get some viewers, but at the same time, it's. They talk so much stuff, and it's just like the things that come out their mouth, it doesn't hold up to scrutiny days later or years later or something like that. It just falls apart. I don't understand. And this is Anton's his kind of visibility and viral sensation clout, where he making money off of just making clips and interactions and stuff like that, where he's not in context because he don't need to be in context. There's no value in him being in context. Otherwise, he would say, play the video for me or play the clip for me so I can see what he's talking about. Well, where did he say that at? Or because I'm not on Rumble, where did he say that at? What did he say? And when you have another person telling you what somebody said, they need to play the clip. They need to play the reference. Now, obviously, on whatever that Instagram or whatever that video that Tommy had did that video on, he was saying some wild stuff about Anton, about him jocking him or copying it, biting his style or something like that. And that's out of context. It's the culture is doing something that may roots back to Tommy, but you know, why would you say that he's taking stuff from you and not knowing that it's yours, that you got no facts on that, you got no proof on that? You're hearing something that you feel like you pioneered, but it went from Tommy Sotomayor to Kevin Samuels to Fresh and Fit to other people, and then maybe Anton overheard it on a podcast or something on YouTube, and then he adopted it, or it became part of how people dialect that he's having with other people, and then he kind of took on he liked how it sounded, and he may have a terminology that he probably put into his lexicon that he's kind of communicating on his actual platform or every time he talks or everything, and Tommy's seeing that and he's kind of reverting that back to that's mine, and you should give me credit for that because you making money off of my verbiage. But who would know that is your verbiage? And if he doesn't know that is your verbiage, why would you assume that everything that people say is got to be rooted back to you? And if you don't root it back to me, he's saying, like, Tommy feels he knowingly taking stuff from him. And I want to just know what's the facts on that. And because you guys you got platforms that are huge. Why would you go out there to say he's knowingly taking something and he may heard it from some totally different place than you? It's almost like how comedians always say that a comedian took that's my joke. Well, you know the person was sitting there listening to you do the joke. So when they put the joke in their show, you actually have factual evidence of them taking your joke. It's a social communication, and we're talking about like hair hat hooligans or something like that. I haven't heard Anton say anything like that, but that's a Tommy Sotomayor's verbiage. If you hear somebody say that, how do they know that that's yours? They might have heard it from on somebody saying it on a Twitter video or Instagram video or TikTok video or something like that, they don't know it roots to you. So if they become popular for saying that, you're saying they should give you credit because they should have known that you came up with that. Come on. Context.
Idea of this fucking foreigner being all in American business. How has this man not done anything with any person over in where he lived? I'm starting to turn into
He's talking about Fatty.
One of them damn FBAs now. I really am. This foreigner has nothing better to do in his own life, in his own culture, with his own people. He's got nothing to say with any of them. Boy, they'll get Americanized and barely can speak English. Barely can speak English, but will become Americanized. Them FBAs got a point.
I've never met him. I've never had a conversation. I don't know where the disagreement is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know why would I beef with somebody that I don't even know?
We don't have a beef. If I had any kind of beef with this man, I'm really trying to understand. Wouldn't I have stated it? The only issue I had was that the man will sit there and, as I see him doing, things that obviously let him know or let the world know I influence this man. I go to talk in your comment section and you block me and act like I didn't exist. That seemed weird to me. For you to be able to talk, and here's the thing, and I want all y'all to say this, to tell me if I'm lying. How you know Fatty but say you don't know me? That is impossible. It is the same thing that a lot of them do. I know Fatty, but I don't know Tommy.
That I've never.
And that's the thing, because he's watching Fatty show or he browsing through Fatty show, and that's and remember he said that I have not watched any show that you individually done that you did on your platform by yourself, but he knows that he's have watched Tommy on other people's platforms on YouTube like Fatty, so like you know who he is, and obviously he knows who he is from Latif and him kind of like knowing that he's toxic and he's kind of a YouTube negative thing. So he would probably came on Latif and or whatever that show was, Latif or Latif or whatever the name of the show is, and he probably seen him come on and say, "Oh, I'm out of here because I don't want him taking up my name on this platform." So that may have been an opposition there too. So he kind of know who he is. So, but at the same time, like Anton explained, he don't personally know him, so he don't have a relationship with you. And if I don't have a relationship with you, that means you are insignificant to me. If I'm not reaching out to you to have a personal conversation, or I want to interview you, or I want to interact with you, obviously I make an effort to not interact with you, to not have any personal conversation with you, not even deal with you as a content creator, or even respect you from your content creator. You're toxic and you're messed up. If I even give you the time of day, you mess up my money, and that's a no. So every single moment that I can detach myself from you, I'm doing that. But for some reason, he allowed Fatty to rope him into the interaction with him, and that opposition of him actually making an effort to separate himself from Tommy Sotomayor, because that's what Anton's doing. I can even see that with blocking him and all the other stuff. Even his mods and all his other staff and everything, they kind of probably know, hey, we can't let him like interact with, we got to say his name on the platform and everything like that, so let's get a separation. Like he said, I don't want him messing on my bag. So you making an effort to separate yourself from Tommy Sotomayor, and that not saying it and not communicating it has breeded a divide or a situation that has opposition to each other. And like I told you guys, in this situation, it's literally freedom of speech versus the system. You get what I'm saying? And the system can make you money and make you successful and a happy person. And there's certain things that they allow you to say that may be beneficial for how they want society and people to interact with each other, that they will allow Anton to do and say that falls under like not having freedom of speech. And Tommy is kind of a person that's about freedom of speech, so I'm gonna say the things you don't want me to say, and I'm gonna talk about the people you don't want me to talk about, or communicate about the certain social dynamics of humanization that you may not want me to say on a platform, and that may get me demonetized, banned, and all that other stuff. So that's what's going on here. Like I said, it's freedom of speech or no freedom of speech. Pick a side, and this is an example. This is an individual perspective to show you two people that are on opposite side, freedom of speech and not freedom of speech. And you say, well, he says fucking shit and all kind of other stuff. like how you saying that Anton is not for freedom of speech? He's for regulated freedom of speech. If he's for a platform that regulates freedom of speech, you can't regulate freedom of speech. First Amendment is the First Amendment. It's not to be regulated. So that's what I kind of, and it's not, I don't see any problem with that, because it's just YouTube and it's the platform, and he wants to keep a good relationship with YouTube. I totally understand it. He like gotta protect that bag.
No, seriously, I've never tuned in for a show because I don't watch shows really that's not on YouTube.
June says Fatty got sexual beef. Merry Christmas. You see, and I'm telling you, this is why I wish that the internet beef was more like rap beef, where niggas could lay you down. I go back to I understand rap beef where they taking your life. This man said, I don't know. I don't know him. I really don't watch anything that's not on YouTube. Nigga, I've been on YouTube. So what their diss is you're not on YouTube. That's their diss. Their diss is you're not on YouTube, when their diss used to be you are on YouTube. This is crazy just to hear it. Now it's you're not on YouTube. The diss before was you are on YouTube.
Anything on YouTube, I don't watch. So,
and that's supposed to be, look, just think about these grown ass men. Fatty thinks that's hilarious. That pretend laugh. Anything that's not on YouTube, I don't watch. Listen, who says this? Says the man that was over on Fox. Anything that's not on YouTube, I don't watch. Says the man that was over on Twitter trying to beef with Mark Lamont Hill. Anything that's not on YouTube, I don't watch. And Fatty, because what world would that be a funny line? Anything that's not on YouTube, I don't watch, is a funny line in what world? Yeah. I would love somebody to tell me how if you're not on YouTube, you're irrelevant.
Yeah, I heard that.
You're right. Which is odd because Fatty has a rumble.
Yeah, but also I have to tell people, Tommy Sotomayor is not struggling, okay? He's not struggling. He's getting money. He's doing just as good as everybody else doing. Like, I'm thinking Anton's, like he said, he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars to millions of dollars a month on his platforms and stuff like that. And I would say that Tommy's probably, because of his reach and his the banning him and the limitation of his reach and because of platform banning and stuff like that, he may be making like 30 to a couple $100,000 a month. I don't know. I can't really tell you how much it is. So 30,000 to a couple $100,000 a month, and that's a lot. So he at least making I could say probably $500,000 to $1 million a year or some stuff like that. I don't know. I can't really add his money up because I don't know what he's doing. But I know he does a lot of stocks and a lot of properties and a lot of stuff like that. He spread his money around. So he's not doing bad either. But all the stuff that everybody's doing so good at right now, he was the pioneer of that. Before everybody got on to YouTube, he was like the first one doing this stuff on there. And that's just been objective, and go do your research on that. That's the truth.
Fatty has a Twitter. Fatty has an Instagram. No, that's what I'm saying. It's a lie saying that he don't know me. Thank you, Dress. He did a whole video, ladies and gentlemen, addressing the fight I had with the woman on with an argument when she hit me, the woman on Fresh and Fit. He did a reaction to it. Right. Fatty just got his page back.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the disagreement is, but honestly,
but that was my point. Y'all don't disagree on practically. Like, if I actually had to be a mediator to do a debate between both of y'all, I couldn't find the point of contention, to be honest. And that's why I say it's about visibility and money and
Spank Buddha said he literally takes content off of Instagram and makes content on it. It is the craziest thing to watch niggas. That's why the world hates niggas, because the way niggas talk. Blacks talk really stupid in the things that they say. Right. Poor George said Anton could have just asked you. He sure could have. He sure could have, like he was asking Mark Lamont Hill to do.
Well, he doesn't care.
You do, because y'all politically aligned. Like, the talking points are not far from each other. So I don't get it. He should be your friend.
I don't know where he stands on anything because I don't watch him. And that's not a shot. I'm not dissing him. What I'm saying is his content is not for me. I don't consume that. The content that I consume when I'm not online, if I'm not going into like trying to understand.
So here's the thing. You don't know what I do, but you said I don't consume your content. How would you know if you would consume my type of content if you don't know what I do?
See, and this is what I'm talking about. It's such a separation and a divide in freedom of speech and non-freedom of speech. The system and open communication. You see how Tommy, even if he's cutting in and he's kind of talking just like I'm cutting in and talking, he's playing the whole video from beginning to end. He's kind of allowing us to not take out of context what Anton is saying. But on Anton's platform, he's scrubbing through it, or he's not allowing the full video to play because it's the context is not necessary for him to play it all, and he feels he has an opinion that what he allows to play on the clip for him to do reaction to is what's within all the context of the actual discussion. So you don't need to hear him talk about this. You need to hear him talk about that, because that's all pretty much similar to what he already said on this part. But at the same time, you never, if you're doing commentary and reaction video, I think you need to react to the video, the full context. So obviously, podcasts are an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, because in order to keep things in context, and that's the number one game of podcasts, keep things in context, because it's a longer form communication platform where people come there knowing that they're about to watch an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours video, and that allows for you to keep the full context of what was being communicated. And he's kind of letting him communicate his thing, and he's reacting to what he's saying. And then I'm kind of reacting to if, you know, Tommy is saying something that's out of context, or if Anton's saying something out of context. I'm kind of coming in to kind of give what's the real valuation and perspective on the situation. But at the same time, I'm a favorite for, I don't care how long the video is, always keep people in context. Don't take them out of context because your time limitations or how you feel that you're gonna kick content out to people. I think you record it and you evaluate it in full context and then you chop it up. Because I think people are kind of consuming chopped up videos as if it's the first thing that they consume anyway. So it doesn't matter. It's a win-win situation on that. So even when you air, most of the people, when they air and they come on live, Anton come on live, he could have about 20 to 30,000 people watch him. You know what I mean? But after they watch him, then it goes up to hundreds of thousands and millions of people watching the content but at the time it was live, it was only 20,000 people, 30,000 people, which that's powerful. Trust me. That's powerful numbers on your live. So no matter what, people are going to come back to it and watch the short form and watch the extended version of it and everything. And it kicks it up from 30,000 people, 40,000 people up to like 200, 400,000, a million people and stuff. And that's how they platforms do. So they're already the market and the actual platform and the actual purpose for long form content like podcasts has already shown you that people will watch 3, 4 hour, 5 hours, 8-hour videos. They would do it. They would watch it and stop and then come back to it and all kind of stuff. So I just want to make that point because it's no reason to chop persons up or skim through certain things when things need to be in this interaction between them. If it's a value to everybody, it needs to stay in context and it doesn't need to take on a point of view that I want my viewers to have. I want you to have what happened. What is the individual perspective, truth, and objectivity of this situation? That's how I feel.
This is again why the world hates niggas. You're going to sit here and have this whole conversation with this other man about a man you don't know, but you went on his show to talk about a man you don't know. Because you ain't never seen nobody that wasn't on YouTube. But you are old motherfucker and you used to watch plenty of videos on YouTube. And guess who used to be the biggest dog on YouTube? So for you to sit here and lie and do what you doing, even the way.
For anyone who's been told they just need stronger glasses.
Sorry about the commercials.
Thousands of people are improving their sight.
Way you look, fake ass Ricky Smiley, Rick Ross.
Okay.
An amalgamation of you ain't never seen nobody that wasn't on YouTube, but you are old motherfucker and you used to watch plenty of videos on YouTube, and guess who used to be the biggest dog on YouTube? So for you to sit here and lie and do what you doing, even the way you look, fake ass Ricky Smiley, Rick Ross.
Yeah.
An amalgamation of who?
Yeah, he's getting personal now.
If it's not on YouTube, I never seen it. Anything that ain't on YouTube, I never seen it. So then that means you watch a lot of YouTube. And before Anton Daniels had took off and became a big YouTuber, guess what Anton Daniels was doing? Watching YouTube. And guess who every one of you niggas knew because you didn't have one, and I can remember all of you. Me. You knew me. I don't know what he does. I didn't know him. I'll say this to y'all. Y'all know what race?
And he said he put it on his mama and his family and all the crazy stuff. So he may have never really liked him or watched him or supported his terminology, his articulation of things. He may felt like he was too much of a chauvinist pig or something, and and he just didn't really like his rhetoric or something. And maybe he grew into liking the point of view. So maybe he never really watched you. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just kind of going to him pretty much putting it on his swearing and putting it on his family's life and all the stuff that he just never really watched you. I'm pretty sure that he's seen you under other people's platforms. But like I said, for him to know what's verbiage and what phrasings are yours, I don't think you or anybody, or even you or him, should kind of consume any time on the validity of that. It's just the way it is. You know what I mean? But at the same time, he made it clear it's not that he may not know that a lot of your commentary and the verbiage and communication and culture comes from you. Is that he feels like you're such a poison to his pockets and to his bag and to his money that he'll never give you validation because you're toxic to making money, and his bag and YouTube's doesn't like you. And like his opposition to Rumble is his opposition to anybody that is in opposition to YouTube. That's just the way it is. And that's how he's building his relationships, because he want to build a powerful legacy with YouTube, not with you. Okay? Or not with the people even, or freedom of speech. That's clear. And I'm not making a judgment on you, Anton. I'm just saying there are black and white positions on this situation, and you have made yours really loud and clear on the video that I just got to playing, and you have decided that if it's against the bag or if it's against like anything that gives you growth and where you see the company going, which, like I told you, I'm for how you doing your thing. I want you to build the company. I want you to, if the platforms and the satellite is YouTube, then I will want you to be able to entertain people for 16 hours a day, 15 to 16 hours a day. And if that funnel is YouTube, then yeah, sooner or later you'll be interacting with the execs, or maybe you're interacting with the execs right now, and then they will put the infrastructure behind you to make sure that you can have the operation of that. So I'm just saying, or maybe you're gonna fund that whole thing to be able to fund 15 to 16 hours of shows. Maybe that would be a total of 8 to 10 people that would kind of give you those hours per day, and you will fund that and get the residual cash flow back from it. And look, this is how I see that you should do it. I'm not gonna hate you if the stable way to do that will be make sure that you don't alienate yourself or get demonetized or take on any situation that will be in true freedom of the First Amendment and freedom of speech. I know in order to be successful on YouTube, you cannot be a First Amendment person. You can't live and die in the First Amendment. You can't. Because you won't have the platform.
Doesn't do that. Every other race. They don't sit there and allow, pretend. That's why niggas always talking about white people stole from us. White people stole from us. No, y'all are constantly stealing from people.
And if Tommy Sotomayor, if you see this episode, you really gotta bring your camera's Calvin to. What would help you is to keep it at 4700. Keep it at 4700. That would somewhat make sure that you're getting, your skin is not going too yellowish, or and it's kind of balancing you out enough that you can see the white and you can see the blacks and you can see the gray enough to be balanced. You won't always seem like you too summery or daylight when you should be a little cold, just a little slightly cold. I think whatever this thing is on your camera is probably, I wouldn't be surprised if you're closer to 55 Kelvin. I wouldn't be surprised if 55 going towards 60, 58, 60 Kelvin, 100 Kelvin or 6,000 Kelvin. So do 4,700 Kelvin and you'll be good.
Y'all are constantly stealing from people. And then, I don't know.
happening in the culture so that I can discuss something more meaningfully. The content that I consume, and this is the honest to God truth, I watch car content. I watch animal videos from like, wild dogs and how they hunt and like that. I don't concern myself with stuff that other people are talking about that's maybe similar to what I'm talking about, because I'm not interested in that when I'm not online. I'm more about, I like, you know what I'm saying? Right now I've been watching a lot of movies because we do movie reviews and stuff now. So I just came from the show. Sometimes I double up and go to the show twice in one weekend, like one day, same day and stuff like that. I like horror flicks and movies. I watch movie reviews and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about all of that other stuff unless I'm talking about it.
Sure.
So I don't really know where the disagreement is. I don't know where you know what?
Mimi, yeah, I'm probably making my deviled eggs. Of course, it's the season, so yeah, I'm gonna make them. Look at you up here inquiring about my cuisines for Christmas. Yeah, say they mimic that Kevin dude who was on YouTube.
I think that it's a disagreement. Let me revise it. I think that it's.
Thank you. He reacts to other people's comment on there. You're right. Tommy is your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber.
A bait thing, like, yo, let's, I think it's all content.
Yes, content strategy. Yes.
Yeah, it's like WWE, some type of shit. So sure. I don't get it.
So if it's content strategy, how come I did a 3-minute video about you and never addressed you again? Elijah put $11 on and said Sonetta and Fatty got weird when you came back. They did. When I got back on YouTube, it was making them look bad. This nigga's been back on here for a couple of days and his numbers dwarf both of ours. That was the problem with those two. That's why those two got really upset. If you notice, both of those two started talking real greasy that way. That's why I said I respected Fresh and Fit and I respect the Hodge twins. They immediately like, hey, man, we used to watch you all the time. I did one video and I'm supposed to be the one that's clout chasing. Let that sink in. One video and this nigga and you have done a video together that was longer than the video I did. You done went to another man to talk.
But he asked him the question, and obviously he's got a lot of pent up opposition to Tommy Sotomayor, so that's the only reason why he allowed Fatty to get this kind of play out the topic, because he's been avoiding Tommy and the value of Tommy, and he'll stink up Fatty's platform talking about Tommy if he feels that Tommy's a terrible situation to even like bring characterization to, because it messes up like how he is perceived on the platform and stuff. But at the same time, like, I think like it's not even a value for him to even commentate about Tommy. But at the same time, Tommy said some crazy stuff about him in that little 3-minute posting that he said to him. And even in this one, he's kind of calling him out his name and saying stuff about him and stuff. And it's just like, Tommy's perception of what people should look at him and know what the historical value of commentary that he pioneered. It's just messy. You gotta kind of almost you gotta almost like wait it out. And I understand that Tommy don't want to wait it out. He's got to take a position to how everybody is kind of having a good time on YouTube, and YouTube is taking away his freedom of speech. And that is a hell of a position. And I don't fault Tommy for fighting everybody that is against his right to communicate in this world. And Google and YouTube is definitely trying to take Tommy's freedom of speech away from him. They're actually playing a role in it.
I hope he does really well. I hope he kills it and makes it out the box. I hope he does incredible in everything that he does. I don't really.
Yeah, but my thing is content strategy has limits, right? We know that you don't put the Nas Ether beat when you're doing the Millionaire Morning Show.
Well, I don't use it. Like, I think that I seen your show.
It was edited.
Yeah, well, whoever took my clip took it and put an ether beat on it.
Yes.
So, I mean, and that's cool. I mean, I encourage people to take my shit and post it on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. So, it's cool. I was
imagine somebody making an interview. I want y'all to think about this. Imagine someone interviewing someone trying to tell you that this other person has beef with you for no reason and that you shouldn't beef back with them, but keep on saying things about this other person to try and get you to say something about that person that they're saying you shouldn't have beef with. He's a woman. He's a woman. This doesn't make any sense. That you see, it's about content strategy. But when content strategy go too far, when you make things up, when you say things, I'm like, you literally made up in your title that I have declared war on this man. That I did one video about that was about 3 minutes long.
talking to him. I was going back and forth with Mark Lamont Hill.
So, but this is why I'm saying and again, we people growth, and I think that Tommy is on a better place than he was 5-10 years ago when he was just conflict left and right. But that's the thing. If he's going to have some level of indignation, it has to be some righteous indignation. I can't be mobilizing my old fan base against you on a shit that you didn't even do.
I mobilized my fan base against Anton? I mobilized.
Yeah. See, Fatty, I never liked Fatty that much anyway. I don't have a problem with Fatty, but I never really liked him even on Anton's show because I don't like the language barrier. I don't like the accent really that much either. To tell you the honest God truth. But at the same time, he is an agitator too. He was always like that on even Anton's show when he's on it and stuff. And he doesn't respect. He think he's like, Anton them say this too. He think he's bigger than the program. And you're like, and how Anton said, I'm coming to your platform to give you strength to your platform, which he shouldn't. Fatty is a problem for Anton too. Jess is another person that's on Anton's platform. They're poison. You get what I'm saying? And it's because they dirty up like not legitimacy, but the how can I say integrity of it all. Cause they kind of bring in that we should have entertainment beef. We should say stuff about each other to go viral. To it's almost like fake housewife fights. That's what Fatty and Jess does, and that's what they bring to the platforms. And then Anton likes it because it makes some money and things go viral and stuff too. So he's favorable for fake fights and fake interaction and negativity towards each other. But hey, we're just doing this just to spike up the algorithm and to make sure that people and clips go viral. But people like Tommy and maybe myself, we kind of like saying, no, we don't even want to do that. There's enough stuff that's going on in the world that if we do commentary about it, it'll kind of be viral sensation on how we respond to it and how we articulate it. And in addition to things that may go on in life, it's enough stuff that if you keep living, you're gonna be having some real moments anyway that will go viral just in case. It just as effective as if you had a opposition for people that you're on a platform with, and then you get divide with. And then also you have enough enemies that if you want to kind of spark some divide, you could kind of just bring them up and interact with them just like how they doing with Tommy. This will go viral because it's a true opposition there. So let's bring him up because I'm not to the fake people that's around me and the people that are like using my platform and using me and everything that I don't want to be fracture because I want to have an old big organization of fake people. Let's go to people that I really have an opposition with, and maybe we can go viral with that. So it's enough to kind of have a negativity towards this. Like, now I don't even know, like Tommy don't, like Anton don't want to talk about Tommy on his platform. I've seen that 100 times. How do you avoid doing this on After Hour, on Room 9? How do you avoid doing this on your other shows, on your morning shows and stuff? How do you avoid not talking about this situation? He did it on the Millionaire Morning Show, but how do you not talk about Tommy, play the clips of Tommy on your shows after this when you know you got a response now? And you have to be objective to your audience to show them that you got an issue with Tommy Sotomayor. Are you going to keep that away from your fans? You get what I'm saying? So for me, I'm doing this commentary just in case you are. You know, so I will let this play it out. Not play it out. Let's go back.
As my fan base against Anton.
I might have to skip through this because he's kind of doing his little freak out, but I need him to.
And I went to his show. I mean, you're not entitled to that shit. He said absolutely nothing. Listen to what he said again. Absolutely nothing.
Indignation. I can be mobilizing my old fan base against you on a shit that you didn't even do. See what I'm saying? Like you didn't even, I put the eater on the back and he saw my, and I went to his show. Like you're not entitled to that. Like if the person was supposed
that's
to
what
see
he
this-
want to say. Listen, whatever he want to say.
I tell you, I punked your bitch ass out of $500 though, sir, and it took you a whole fucking month to pay it. I punked your bitch ass out of $500 and it took you a whole month to pay it. Let that sink in, sir. Punked you out your $500. Why would you owe me a dime, sir? Punked you out of it. Now you're mad. You've been mad ever since you gave me that $500. That's what I think it is. I made it the way he had to pay it. And ever since then, he been mad about it.
That's cool. I don't feel no way at all.
Stop asking me for what a fucking link is. The link is in the description box, and I said where it was. Don't ask me for what a link is again. That's where it. You know when they say he has the dog on him? Who said?
I like, you know when they say the dog on him.
You know when they say he has the dog on him? I'm old, I'm 50. I just don't like niggas, and I don't like trolls and people who sit around trolling and thinking that's funny. The stuff that he's doing,
Sorry about the
In
commercials.
too many cities, dangerous illegals walk free as police are forced to stand down. Join ICE.
thinks it's funny, and then when somebody whoop his fat ass, I could cut the police.
And you're making too much money. I don't like this Anton.
It's not about
You're making too much money. He's always talking about somebody else's money. When are we gonna be able to say you making some money, you fat bitch?
money. I just don't-
No, you're too comfortable. I like, you know when they say the dog on him.
You know when they say he has the dog on him? Who says he has the dog on him? So again,
Hey, actually, I would love to see y'all in 3 years on Fox News on a Skip Bayless type of situation. Steph. Like, I would actually appreciate. Like, I would love to actually see the people that.
Maybe I shouldn't skip which we call his commentary, but sometimes he'll be going to his fans and talking and stuff. I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Trying to use Black American lingo, always trying to dress like Black Americans, always doing something that's Black Americans, and then be the first ones to say they don't like Black Americans. That's what I said when I was in that space. Money. He's always talking about somebody else's money. When are we going to be able to say you making some money, you fat bitch?
Money.
No, you're too comfortable. I like, you know, when they say the dog on him.
You know when they say he has the dog on him? You know when they say he has the dog on him? Arr, arr, arr. Who says he has the dog on him? So again, Black folks, when they barely speak English, but they're trying their best to be American Blacks. They're trying to. I'm with Tariq Nasheed now. That whole idea of you get to be somewhere else and you constantly in Americans' business, that is the weirdest crap on earth. That is the craziest shit on earth. You constantly in American Blacks' business and ain't nothing going on where you at. And now you trying to start beef with American Blacks who can see each other while you ain't there? That's where it's wild to me. American Blacks can see each other. They can decide they're going to go and check their beef with each other. They right there. You sitting over there in the comfort of where in the fuck you at. Always trying to be Black Americans. Always trying to use Black American lingo. Always trying to dress like Black Americans. Always doing something that's Black Americans. And then be the first ones to say they don't like Black Americans. That's what I said when I was in that space. I said, y'all a bunch of Africans. Y'all ain't even speaking y'all own native language. Y'all are speaking English.
This is why I fast forward to it. I'm sorry.
On Fox News, on a Skip Bayless type of situation, Steph. Like, I would actually appreciate. Like, I would love to actually see the people that I either
he's talking junk
and kind of grew up out of it, or
Fatty ain't no entertaining person. I don't understand this stuff. Maybe it's the graphics and all the stupid shit.
People that I saw the progression, I would love to see that. But once again, I need to see at least a level of goodwill when it comes to people. Like, if you're rooting for them, they need to be rooting for you too. If I don't see,
I'm rooting for you.
Absolutely. We're next.
You know, so funny. I remember when this was years ago, and I'm like, yo, I want you to win and all of that. And you was like, I don't know if he's serious or not. And I'm like,
thank you.
I want you to win. Like, I genuinely don't have
pre-existing conditions, Anton. You know, he's always like hey man, it seems like.
Thank you. What about his own progression? I want the theater that you want to see everybody but yourself. Why aren't you progressing, sir? Male Wendy Williams.
Grow out of it, but it's always that thing on the back of the ad. Is he going to try me again? You see what I'm saying? So is the same thing with Ingram.
Anybody to win is people that I've had conversations with, went on platforms with, had, you know what I'm saying? All of that type of stuff. I would prefer for y'all to actually catch the wave and win more than people that I don't know.
No,
that come from the same spaces and the same ilk. Like at some.
Tommy's content is too low grade and poor, is what somebody wrote named Black Dog.
Yeah.
I watch only high vibrational luxury Bugattis, exotic.
Yeah, I'm a fast forward through this to him fighting with his fans and stuff.
Cash trash. Jesus, Anton, relax.
Point, you grow the fuck up and you say, all right, well, whatever war stuff that we was having a war about, that's just minor.
Why would I beef with someone who's irrelevant and banished, rumbled outcast? Sheesh.
Compared to the stuff that we building and we working on today. And it's like, are we still going to be in middle school or are we going to go to high school? Are we still going to be in high school?
Question for AD. Do you think Tommy is still red pill after trying to delete himself over a woman? This man, whoever that Black Dawn, has sent 3 donations now. 110, 15, and 15.
We going to go to college? Are we going to still go to college or we going to get jobs? Like
4, I'm sorry. People try to mess with me because they think I'm a soft target. This is what it's like to be short.
That's fair.
I'm not on. I don't care about. I don't think about the stuff that happened a long time ago. I'm so focused on trying to figure out how to build up and do other things and be transformational that I don't.
Yes.
I would love for people to win that I've known back in the day.
And I would say I'm kind of on that type of time too, but it's like, you know, when there's like nostalgia, like you miss this really good friend that you had or their girlfriend, and then you meet them and you start thinking around with them again and say, oh, that's why I never like. That's why this, like that's why I like.
Oh, I guess in order to keep, it's not that much more. I think it's. I can't even tell you how much this is. Maybe what is this? Okay, is we at 107, and I think at 123 is pretty much where the bulk of it is at. So 107. So what was that? What was that? 107 and maybe about 15 more minutes. Okay, guys.
We don't see each other eye to eye because as soon as we start to hang around with people on.
Listen to how English is whooping this man's ass, trying to repeat what he's heard somebody say in America. SoCal Mex says, and yet Portugal is going.
See people on a casual basis. Hey man, how you doing? I appreciate.
Red pilled. They wake up to what women do. So if that is what happened and I tried to delete myself over a woman, I would more likely be red pilled now than ever before.
Okay, see, I gotta stop skipping over him because he might. Let's go back.
At 5'11". Oh, and I tried to delete myself. So am I? So he's asking Anton, do you think Tommy is still red pill after he tried to delete himself over a woman? Well, sir, if you believe what red pill is and you believe I tried to delete myself over a woman, that probably would push me towards red pill, not away from it. So the question makes no sense. And why would you be asking Anton when you could ask me about me trying to delete myself over a woman? I want y'all to just think about how stupid what they're saying is. What is a red pill person? Go ahead and tell them what a red pill person is. What happens when men typically become red pilled? They wake up to what women do. So if that is what happened and I tried to delete myself over a woman, I would more likely be red pill now than ever before. They're just saying things.
Daily basis, all of those things come back. I think that you insulated yourself in a place where you don't get that ick again. Like you see people on a casual basis, hey man, how you doing? I appreciate you. But once you start to deal with people day to day, and this is what will happen, for example.
Like, how do y'all listen to an hour or 2 hours of fatty in this language barrier and this carry? And Anton's actually listening to him like it's legitimate conversation. All this whole thing about him, the only reason why Anton is giving this guy the night of day is to bring up the Tommy Sotomayor situation. That's the only way an intelligent, well-verbose, and well-articulating person like Anton would give this guy this much time. This is wow.
Let's imagine that I made it Anton and we are on the same panel for like Lapif on week 7.
I'll give you an example. Let's say hypothetically,
another commercial
that I'm not usually on.
Sorry about the commercial.
When a 50-year-old man blocks DHT naturally for just 90 days. Dave,
everybody needs dumb commercials. Sorry about that. Sorry about the commercials.
What will happen, for example, let's imagine that I made it Anton and we are on the same panel for like Lapif on week 7.
I'll give you an example. Let's say hypothetically, I'm sitting on a panel that I'm not usually on because I don't really even do anything, no panels at all. But let's say hypothetically that I'm sitting on a panel with some.
That is a beautiful thing you just said. If Anton was all about success and the things he said, and I see you, Jason, I'm gonna let you up here in a second, and anybody else that want to come, I'll let you guys up here as well. If Anton was really a success, he would not waste his time having this low IQ conversation.
No, he's an extreme.
As a matter of fact, I've been on the.
Hey, he's an extreme success, so I don't even understand that question. Ridiculous. It has no validity to what is real. If he's a success, why he's on this panel? He's giving this guy He's giving this guy airtime, and maybe he wanted to confront Tommy on this situation. That's the only reason why, because he's an extreme success. There's not even a conversation that we should be having. We kind of know that on our own. Watching him and even to know who Anton Daniels is, you know that he's extremely successful. So that's not even to be conversated. It's a dumb thing to even analyze. It's a waste of time. Do something else with your time. So I don't even understand that. He giving this idiot fatty time because he's making him bigger because he sees a value in that. Or he wants to confront the Tommy Sotomayor situation, so he's been a passive person to it to say, oh, you're asking me a question about Tommy, but when I come to the platform, I want you to ask me about Tommy so we can kind of somewhat air this out in a way of, oh, who is this guy? Why is he upset with me? Maybe that's the situation. I don't know. So, but Anton is extremely successful. The reason why he's giving Fatty this kind of time of day and this long, dumb, letting Fatty, Anton's letting Fatty just run his mouth with that terrible language and his terrible dictation and enunciation and everything about his language and communication is just not radio friendly. It sucks. Really, it does. So the reason why he's doing it, I can't think of it unless he wants to give just more value to him for him to be bigger because of something of value that he sees in that. Maybe it's going towards my 15 hours of shows that he may have on his platform that he leases out and pay people for to put exclusively on his system. I don't know, maybe that, or this is his passive aggressive way of confronting the Tommy Sotomayor situation that Tommy had on that he had made his comment about Mark Hill, whatever the hell his name is, okay? But he's successful. It's a dumb stupid. It's just a dumb, there's no need to analyze if Anton Daniels is successful or not.
A few times. So how could Anton say he don't know me when I've been on there when they were small and he was there? This is the stupidest crap in the world. But again, they say this to try and irritate you. Niggas' whole job is to try and irritate you. I get it.
Comes at me. I wouldn't care.
But you should.
I don't have the oomph in me to fight back, I guess.
But that's what I'm saying. You're too comfortable, and it's fine. I want that comfortable.
I'm not comfortable. I am more driven than I've ever been before. Like literally, I am more. I'm in the studio right now, and it's 10:51 p.m.
No.
Eastern on a
There's not
Saturday
that.
night.
There's not that type of comfortable.
I
Anton,
am absolutely driven more than I've ever been before, bro.
Anton is not that type of comfortable. Is like when you're on the penthouse and like there's some bird outside, right? If you live in the projects and they're just going to piss you off, right?
Boy,
If
see
you live it
this?
on the penthouse, it's the bird that is with.
And he's laughing at it like who understand? Like, what the fuck? How is that entertaining? Or it's horrible to listen to Fatty talk. It is just, it's not fun. Yes, you can hear what he's saying, and you can hear the language he's hearing because you understand English. But it is terrible presentation, and he's laughing, and he's like, his jokes is dumb. It's dumb. It has no point to it. I don't get it.
It is me and my editor literally were counting the amount of videos that you post per day, and we're like, this is just like that's.
And this motherfucker is so, he's getting paid by this stuff so much that he has to edit. We gotta level up. We gotta get this right. We gotta get individual perspective right. And this is what I mean. I am not messing around with people that ain't going for it. If like insignificant people like this got editors and major like podcast panels and stuff like that, it's just because they're doing it. It's not that everybody can do it. It's just the difference between successful people and the people that are being successful at this is doing it. That's it. Because anybody's show could be better than this. Anybody's show.
Something like before I saw the video that you did on Patreon, I was like, I have no idea how we can pull up so much content before, right? So we know that you are actually driven and focused more than you were before. It's just that once again, you created separation. So now that you live so up high, the traffic noise doesn't kind of bother you. See what I'm saying? It's kind of difficult for us that are still on the third floor. And like everybody, it's difficult for us to get on the top of time if like we still like fighting to get upstairs, and every time we go up another level, it's like Mortal Kombat tower, somebody trying to stump you out so you can go back to the bottom. Like it's difficult to get there.
Everything, all of the noise that surrounds you. I never paid attention to the noise. I only care about leveraging it. So, like for example, New Culture Empire says, Anton, come on, man, you cook that NBA player. You're gonna clap back. No, I don't listen. It wasn't about him. It was leveraging the visibility to continue to siphon off an audience.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild.
Listen to what he just said.
Yeah.
After all this
See? See what I mean? And you kind of, you hear that and you see scrubbing and not keeping things in context is just wow. It's wild. Yeah. But look, like I told you, when you watch Anton Daniels and a lot of other people, I'm trying to really source this out. There's a lot of podcasters, and please watch the shows that I went to in the previous episodes where I talked about don't be influenced, influence war. I call it influence warfare, you versus them, because the joke is on us that we watch these people and they monetize off of us, off of our attention to them, that when we watch them, we make them powerful and richer. And instead of actually responding and paying back from that, being extremely objective and extremely logical and having value to like everybody to win. It's 350 million people in America. out of those 350 million people in America, it's American-born citizens that's been here for the last 200 years, that their descendants are been here from the last 200 years, that we should all be fighting to level them up, give them power amongst anybody that has come in that doesn't have a 200-year legacy to this country. Why? Because that's your stability. If you're dependent on the last 70, 100 years of the people that has stabilized from that point, that may not be in your best interest of the country and the Constitution and the freedoms of this country, because you're kind of adopting other countries' societal functions and psychosis, because that's what's, for the last 100 years, those are all imports. Those are all new migrants. Those are not the stable foundation of individual rights. So that's the problem. And I only mention that because the social influencers, they, like I told you, they turned their guns on us. We made them so rich, we made them so successful that they turned their guns on us. And now it's like, you a stupid motherfucker for watching me, but that you watching me, I'ma make things that make you keep watching me and keep looking at how I'm living, or and at the same time you won't do anything for your individual self to magnify yourself. So I'm gonna use that against you on a day-to-day basis, and I'ma monetize off of your platform. And off of not your platform, but off your all the visibility that goes towards what I need for people to give them self gratification just about my existence. It's almost like, hey, today I care about if Michael Jackson is doing well today. If Taylor Swift is living a good life, is she happy today? How about is you happy today? And if anybody get in the way, if Taylor Swift get in the way of making you individually happy because you consume time making sure that she happy, you cut her off. That's how your brain should be about you. So in order to do that, you need an individual perspective to make sure that you always are communicating. Even if me analyzing this situation, I do that to better myself, to be consistent to my mindset, and to, in example, be communicative to you guys to make sure that you always respect your individual perspective, that what's in your head is yours. What comes in it is vetted, and it only is allowed to stay in your head, in your being, in your heart, if it's consistent to what's real and what's logical and what's truthful, and then it can house itself inside you. Otherwise, it gets spit out like trash. And he's saying, "Hey, I interact and I bitter and do fake WWE," because he's mentioned that before. Anton mentioned that before when he said all this beefing and stuff. It's like WWE, and he said it like as if he's not giving it strength because it's something that he thinks is stupid and low class. But he actually admitted, I do WWE stuff. I'm only messing with him. I'm only arguing with this person because that person could bring visibility to me because their platform's so huge and who this person is so big. If me and this person having a back and forth, people would kind of want to see who the hell is this talking stuff about this guy or this guy that I follow that I like. Who is this guy? And that gives him bigger platform that people start scrolling through his stuff, and now he got a bigger audience from him beefing with people that got bigger visibility than him. That's what he just got through saying. So now I guess Tommy is about to communicate about the contradiction and the instability of pretty much it's almost like a stable thought process. It's very fickle. It's very floppy for like, but I always tell people, number one thing about Anton is don't mess up the bag, and whatever he's got to do that's sensible, he'll do it to improve the bag.
crap they've been talking. He just said, I went after that NBA player. It wasn't about going after the NBA player. It was about siphoning off his audience.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's a freedom of speech thing. You know, like Tommy thinks you don't have beef with somebody unless you got beef with somebody, or you don't have a confrontation with somebody unless you have a confrontation in opposition to somebody. And Anton says, well, sometimes you can not really have a confrontation with somebody, or make a confrontation with somebody, or expand on a confrontation with somebody unless it's make you money, unless you can kind of get visibility and more people to kind of support what you're doing. And Tommy thinks it's just ridiculous that you would even just be interacting with people negatively just to kind of grow an audience. But that's the difference between freedom of speech and not freedom of speech. You get what I'm saying? The system and a person that's trying to be a freedom fighter and an individual. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. And I, like I told you, in the conversation of this, I know I'm sounding crazy and I might be getting negativity coming from Anton's camp or anybody if they ever see this. I'm not saying what Anton is saying is absolutely wrong. I think he has shown that his model, his bag chasing philosophy, is the model for you to be successful. I'm just saying it's a black and white issue, and people got to understand they have to analyze what side are you truly on. What decision did you truly make? Because you did make a decision. There's no gray areas.
If that's the case, then why in the fuck would this be a video at all?
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even be talking. The whole thing would be, this is kind of what we do because that's what I did. He's trying to siphon off an audience like I do. It's the way of the world. Except you did a whole thing about an NBA player. I didn't do a whole thing about you. Do y'all understand? If anybody has a problem, Fatty or anybody has a problem with the video I made about Anton, by that logic, they'd have a problem with the video that Anton made about Mark Lamont Hill. Somebody tell me if I'm lying. If this whole, anybody in this stupid comment section talk about some Tommy's irrelevant, he's just trying to get people to watch him. That is literally what he did with Mark Lamont Hill. And then he just said it out of his own mouth. That's what he did against an NBA player. So why are they talking? And every one of them, and this is what I've been telling y'all. This is why I don't like niggas. When they friend do something, they say it's okay when they friend do it. When you do it, it's bad. When they friend is on Rumble, it's okay to be on Rumble. When you on Rumble, you an outcast. When they friend is making videos about people who don't know them at all. Yeah. He's scared of you. He's scared of you, Anton. He's scared of you, Anton. That's why he don't say your name, Anton. Mark Lamont Hill don't want to smoke, Anton. Tommy said something about Anton. Anton ain't never said nothing about you, Tommy. You just grasping at straws. He don't want to talk to you because you low level. If all the things that Fatty has tried to say about me today, they existed the first time he brought me on the show. They existed when you gave me that $500, sir. They existed. How can you now have a problem with them? You don't OnlyFans? That's right, y'all. Go ahead. It's 90% off right now. Fatty be over there and enjoying it. He be enjoying the shit out of what I have on OnlyFans. Y'all, it's 90% off right now. If you are a fan of mine, this is a Christmas special. It's scrolling across the screen. Easy.
That's ridiculous.
To remember, go ahead. 90% off. And it's because somebody in the audience said that, and I should have never did it. Yeah, I'm clout chasing, but they're not clout chasing.
Yes.
You think that I actually give a fuck about these NBA players or any of these people? I genuinely don't. I don't care about them. I'm never going to see them in real life. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in my bubble. I'm chilling. But when I see an opportunity to market myself, then I'm going to take the opportunity to market myself. That's it.
Damn.
Yes. And that's fair.
It's simple. It's not anything.
Now, this fat motherfucker just said to him, and that's fair. So then you should have cut the video and made an apology to me right then and said, well, then I apologize to Tommy for making the video about you. And I definitely apologize for me sitting up here trying to say he declared war on you, because he didn't. He's doing exactly what you do.
See that context, y'all? That's why you got to play the clips all the way. That's why you got to articulate this stuff and give the people something. I understand you, like even me, I'm kind of going, what is it, 142 and stuff like that. Hour and 42 into this, but it's purposeful for you to have the context to this conversation and this beef and this interaction here, so you can have a reference form for it in one package and stuff like that, because it'll let you know, like, okay, is Tommy, does he know how to analyze and give points and stuff like that? Because Anton, he articulates himself well, and he gives points to what he feels that's been communicated there. And then also Tommy has points when he's kind of articulating himself, and then, but at the same time, for both conversation, and to put this conversation that Fatty and Anton is having, which Anton actually allowed Fatty to suck him into this situation, and trust me, how Anton always say, everything is pretty much mapped out. The joke is on us when we think this is all natural. You get what I'm saying? He probably told Fatty that he can ask him about Tommy Sotomayor, and then they're going to kind of talk about it a little bit. He'll come to the platform, they could talk about it. And then it makes Tommy have to respond to what's the conversation they're having, but Tommy is responding to the totality of the conversation they had. And Anton, he's kind of, I guess maybe he had watched the video that Tommy kind of did, and technically that's a standalone video because that's from his platform. And he's saying, but he said, hey, this is the first time I ever watched you on this situation, doing your own commentary and stuff. But to not have full context, you communicate about something inaccurately, or may not be full in context, where you may sound not in, like, on the marker as the context is. So that's what's going on here. So that's why I wanted to kind of show you guys and come back here and do a second part to this, to kind of keep it all in context and be fair to Anton Daniels and be fair to Tommy, because I think both of them have a value in this world that we are watching content and all that stuff, but even the commentary that they say. But at the same time, I do hate this the joke is on the viewer, because we're just using you and your eyeballs and your time. So for me, I'm creating content with it, and that's me. I'm using them. So I'm flipping it back on them. I'm not just an observer or a consumer. I'm flipping it back and using your content to make content. So that's how you balance out these days when it comes to podcasters and social influencers. Use their content to to respond back. And please, y'all, if you're watching this and you want me to respond to things, please use the email that's in the description area. Please subscribe. I need these numbers to go up. I need followers. I need people. I'm gonna try to chop these videos up to make them short form so you guys can kind of ingest. But if you do watch this podcast, please like and subscribe.
But because I like you, I understand. But because now I don't like Tommy, he's clout chasing because he's over there on Rumble. The same Rumble I'm on. Just like that motherfucker sit up there and tried to tell me I'm short when Fatty's shorter than me. I don't like people because they do stuff like that. You ain't never in life heard me do that. Got a problem with you for doing something, but got a friend that do the same.
It's not personal. It's that I pick and choose when I can leverage the visibility to do something. I don't actually have any animosity towards anybody.
And this is why in 2026 we're going to beef with the back chasers so we can get a couple subscribers.
Yeah, boy, I'm telling you, I'm not gonna beef with Anton to get visibility or anything like that, even if I'm in opposition to what he says and stuff, because I've watched this stuff. I use it when I'm working and I'm kind of buying time, or I'm kind of just trying to occupy my brain and I'm doing multitasking of graphics or web building or editing movies or stuff like that. And I do a lot. And it's just like, you know, sometimes I hate the stuff that he says, and maybe I'll do a video about it to commentate to my opposition to it, because it would just be so inconsistent. I just don't like inconsistency. And sometimes I'll jump on the podcast and talk about it, but I'm not gonna go to war or even try to. But maybe I'm the fool because I want, how he said, leverage and market myself off of his audience. So send a bunch of negative videos out about Anton Daniels in order for his audience to look at me, or the people that don't like him that watches him to kind of come to. Maybe that's what my problem is. So I don't know.
Hey, Anton, let me just say this.
Somebody said Anton is shorter than me too. This is crazy. Dummy got the OnlyFans page. Then you over there subscribe to OnlyFans people. I don't understand it. You will watch their Twitter and all they do is follow OnlyFans hoes. Dummy got the OnlyFans. That be the man one tipping them hoes.
Because I'm actually going to kick you out of the show because there's like a fighter on the back.
Yeah, I'm about to get to
congratulations.
Jermaine just says there are no morals in the black manosphere. O'Shea, Kevin Samuels, Tyreek Nasheed, these dudes, all them dudes lack morals. That's the white man sits back and laughs. Well, if you think about it, I'm the only one that sits there and has morals that will sit there and say, I'm not doing that. That's not fair.
Yeah, morality is a scary place because most people can't.
Tommy Fatty sounds Brazilian.
Most people can't keep up with the standards of morality, honor, and integrity. And to do that, like I said, you got to be an extremely objective person. And I don't see no fruitful stuff by being extremely objective. I say the worst thing about me is that I'm extremely objective. You get what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, I would be more successful if I was a little bit more of a scumbag. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. It's not. I'm not regretting. I'm just saying, logically, I'm okay with what's going on. But I'm just saying, you know, I look at these guys and not Anton Daniels or Tommy, but people like Fatty, you know, and you see the success that they have, and they just scumbags. They just grifters. You know what I mean? So it's just craziness.
If you want to piss off a Brazilian, tell them 7-1. Tell them 7-1. What does that mean, 7-1? I'm curious. What does it mean? And here's the thing that you don't like, Fetty, you don't like because my numbers are bigger than yours and I'm on Rumble.
Congratulations on the growth and congratulations on the blueprint so we can actually feel it's possible. Because you have to see it a lot of times to believe it. We had our...
He does. I figured he wasn't tall, but I didn't know, man. He looked like a 5'9" dude. He seemed like he might be short. He seemed like he might be small.
And I believe that one day you kind of going to go Darth Vader. That you now on your Jedi type of time. But once again, congratulations on the victories, and we're going to try to make sure we are next. So I appreciate you, sir.
Guess what? I appreciate it, first of all, but secondly,
he said they lost to Germany.
Always around. I'm always watching, and I'm always kicking it. So I don't. I still look at myself as Flight Club alumni, and that's what we are. So
Sure.
I,
Shout out.
I'm wishing y'all the best. I like what you and Ali is doing. Y'all gonna evolve and grow, and I'm gonna be.
Do y'all see how disingenuous he's being? He said he always watched them, him and Ali. It is definitely impossible he doesn't know me. Fatty cut up so many of my damn clips on his page that it looked like my page. That is crazy. I'm telling you, y'all hear the lies that are being told? You don't know me. You don't consume me, but you always watching him and Ali. And Fatty and Ali had me all over their page. This is insane.
Y'all biggest champion and supporter. So.
Yes. And I appreciate you. And I think you should bring back, instead of the movie Sundays, you should be like, remember that show that you had on Sunday with the. I'm with you. And I appreciate you, man. I see you later.
All right, bro. I'm out. See you, bro.
Ever seen cops? Bad boys, what you gon'? Whenever we
That was it. So
Thank you. They had a video. I want all of y'all to understand this. These two people had a video called I Declared War Against Anton. He didn't even play what I said about Anton in the video.
yeah.
What? Let me ask y'all something. Wouldn't most people do that? That was the end of the video. Don't most people, y'all tell me if I'm lying, if you brought somebody on to talk about what somebody else said, wouldn't you let them hear what was said? Wouldn't you let the audience hear what was said?
Yeah, I gotta go see that video.
Let the audience hear what was said. You say, hey.
Let me go see if I can find it. What was it? I'll go on another one. Let me see. Okay. Tommy comments on Anton Daniel. Because he's mentioning it, I want you guys to see it. You know? So let's see. Because he made a comment about his comment about Mark Amont Hill. I may have to look at see if Tommy got it in his stuff. Okay, so let's go back to Tommy and let's see if he played the comment about Anton. But he said he only let's see, go back, go down, see if he has his feed on the other platforms. I guess not. All links. Instagram or something like that. looking at him on his stuff. Let me see. See if it's like a video of Anton Daniels. They don't let you search it. Guess not. Interesting. Okay. Well, I guess it was the one that I had showed you guys where he's kind of talking about his let me go back to see the one that he did today. Did he play his video from today? Let's see. I'm not going to start on this. This will be the third part where we do his kind of conversation that he had about
cashews.
Cashews are not a.
This episode is about the comment that Anton gave about him today. The first video that I played is a response from that to that video.
You can live a very long time without getting old.
Fan club. Do y'all have to join the fan club every show? Imador says 2 shows today. That is awesome. Hey, Nashira. I think I said that right. And if I did, then I'm awesome for saying it right. And if I didn't, I apologize. Let's start. Uh-oh, somebody threw me some fireworks. I like it. Sprinklers. Here No Evil says, what's up, T-Dog? What's going on, y'all?
I'm trying to go see if they
you
do
said
this.
This is going to be good. I don't even know what it's going to be. What up, Lady Cool?
So we're going to do this. This is going to be the third part, but I just wanted to see if I could see that video. But I think I had kind of showed you guys where he was kind of talking about, and maybe I'll show it at the beginning of the next video, part 3 of this. But look, I'm going to end it with this, you know. Thanks, guys. This is Individual Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Daris D. McKinney, and we will source out all this stuff. And like I said, you know, these are 2 heavyweights of the podcasting world, and the red pill. I won't say red pill because they don't even like people tough saying that they're part of the red pill culture, but the manosphere culture, but even just the level up culture and everything like that. And like I said, to take the journey of men that I think they represent. So look, I'm just trying to give an objective analysis of it. I think I did enough of it. I'm not gonna wear you guys out. I'll see you guys on the next episode where we do part 3, and this will be this one that we just almost started to watch, and it's his response from Anton's response from today. So I'll speak to you guys soon, and we'll see you on the next one. Okay. Make sure. Please, by the way, like, subscribe, follow. Please, guys, I need you guys to help me get these numbers up. Check you out.